Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a minion companion like this in Unreal Engine 5, and I can also make it stop and follow me again. But before we start, please like this video and subscribe my channel for more Unreal Engine tutorials. Thank you. Alright, first I place my character blueprint inside my level and I set auto pauses player to player 0. So now if I run the game, my character blueprint will be automatically paused. Okay, now here I create a duplicate from my character blueprint and I name it companion underscore BP. And now I move it to another folder named companion here. Alright, now I open this companion blueprint up and I delete all of these nodes in event graph, and I also delete follow camera and camera boom. Now I open my viewport and I select my capsule component and I scale it down to 0.4 because I want my companion to be a mini mannequin. Now I go back to event graph and here I find some free space and I right click and create a new custom event and I name it follow player. Now I create a new variable in type of boolean and I name it should follow because I want this companion to follow my character when it is allowed to. Alright, now I drag and place this variable here, and here I drag a node and add a branch node, and now I drag a node from true part and search for AI move to. Alright, for pawn input I get a reference to self, and for target actor I right click and search for get player character and I connect it here. And here I need another input called acceptance radius, which is the distance between my character and this companion that follows character. And for this input I'm going to use a random float. Here I right click and search for random float in range, this node, and I set minimum to 150 and maximum to 500 and I connect it here. Alright, and from here on this unsuccess execution pin I drag a node and I again call this event. I search for follow player. Alright, and here I right click and search for event begin play, and from this begin play again I first add a branch node, and now I connect this should follow boolean and I compile and set default value of this boolean to true, and here from true part of this branch node I again call this follow player event. Now I compile and now I place my companion somewhere inside my level here. Now I run the game, but as you can see this companion doesn't follow my character, and that's because I don't have any nav mesh volume inside my level. So here in this section I search for nav mesh bones volume and drag and place it inside my scene. This nav mesh now is placed inside my scene, and now I scale it up in X and Y axis. I set X scale to 25 and also Y scale to 25. And this green highlight indicates that this nav mesh bond perfectly covers this whole floor, and by pressing P button I can visible and invisible this highlight. Alright, now I run the game, and as you can see, this companion now follows my character, but now I'm going to create some functionality to make this companion follow my character when it is allowed to. Alright, now I open my character blueprint. Now inside my character blueprint, in this section, event begin play, here I drag a node and search for get all actors of class, and here I select my companion blueprint, and from this array output I drag a node and search for get a copy, and I promote it to a variable and I name it companion ref. Alright, now here I have a reference to my companion blueprint. Now here inside event graph I find some free space and add an input key, for example F key in this case. Here I add this F button input, and here I add a flip flop node. Sorry. Alright, now I drag and drop my companion reference here, and here I drag a node and search for my boolean variable. Here I search for set should follow, but here I have made a little mistake. This should be should follow. Alright, and I connect it to this A execution. Here I should be set to false, and for the B execution I get a copy of this setter, this boolean setter, connect it to here, and I connect the target to my companion ref, and now I set it to true, and I also from here I call my follow camera, follow player event, just like this, and connect it to here. Alright, now I compile and run the game. As you can see, by default this companion will follow my character, but now if I press F it will stop following me, and if I press F again it will start following my character again. Alright, and now I can toggle allowing to follow with this F button. Okay, if this tutorial was useful for you, please like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.